Yo, what's up everyone? Sir Toby here, back with one of my now very rare videos. Um, Again, busy as hell all the time now. So I thought today I would talk a little bit about my Leaguestart plans, what I'm planning to play, and what I'm planning to do while I'm planning that. So the main idea this league for me is to play a lightning arrow artillery ballista build that has some drawbacks, and it seems like it's been fairly popular for people to want to try out. I think I've settled on this like 3-4 weeks ago already, that I wanted to play this. And what I think the main problem of it is that it might be a bait build for a lot of people, especially if you play something like Deadeye or Raider, especially for people that don't really know how the game really works and have a problem with acquiring, let's say, 10 to 15 divines within, 24 to 36 hours of Leaguestart. However, I think this league might be the perfect time to try your hand at Leaguestarting a bow build. Not just because of the buffs on the tree. You get 5 arrows with a Deadeye by level 55, which is pretty nutty. I like that a lot. But you also have Essence on the map device. And what the Essence on the map device means is that you can just stay in tier 1 to tier 3 maps with the Kirek essences on until you have enough money to just straight go to red maps by having, let's say, 2 sixlings and decent bow crafted with essences. Because farming essences is just so profitable early on, especially if you can just sell shrieking essences for 1, 2, 3 chaos each, and you get like 10 of them per map, which very good indeed. Another thing that looks really cool is Val Lightning Arrow. However, I think it might be a little, overrated for single target, because it seems like you need a lot of reduced projectile speed for it to really start, to boost your single target. However, still looks cool. I want to try it. And that's why I'm starting Lightning Arrow over something like Tornado Shot immediately, and even over something like Ice Shot, because Ice Shot looks like it's, it looks like it's not. I think these Mirage thingies don't shotgun, but they only have 1 arrow and some and stuff, so it's kind of bad for clear. But the Val Lightning Arrow looks amazing for something like Legion. And what I really want to do early is Legion and Altars. The last few leagues, I've always acquired my Mage Blood by farming bosses early and then transitioning into something like Expedition once early boss farming isn't as profitable anymore. And I just don't want to do that this league. I really want to just mindlessly start running maps, one after another, after another, until I'm set with my currency and can just buy Mage Blood. Because Legion has been buffed so much last league and Altars are still amazing, especially with all the new raw currency drops. That I just want to, play it and try to do that. Alright, so I have a very, very rough gear progression plan, which is, first step obviously is to get ready for white maps. That means, getting your resistances capped, getting maybe like a thicket bow with a decent like double elemental roll or something. Nothing crazy. Rough attack speed on it or something, and you should be set for at least white maps. The next step would be then to get a 6-link chest, to get your artillery ballista up to speed, and really be able to farm essences. And then once you can actually kill essences, the plan would obviously be to farm and buy the set, what is it, Imperial Legacy, I think, for the Imperial bow. The next step would then be either buy suppressed gear or something like the Taming Ring, stuff like that you just need to fill out some of your stuff to really get going on that end. Then the next step would be to get a Fractured Spine Bow, Thicket Bow, or whatever bow base that you want. Spine Bow if you want to go crit, Thicket Bow if you want the attack speed, or if you want to maybe get a more budget version. Also Grove and Short Bow would also work for this. because it's all about the attack speed only. And then you just, with, you know, a fracture elemental damage roll, and then you essence spam until you get 3 elemental damage rolls. You know, hopefully a high tier one, so you would use, I don't know, have like fractured, cold tier 2 or something, and then you just spam the lightning and fire essences until you get, let's say, tier 2 or tier 3 of the one that you're not spamming for. Then you just multi-mod your bow and you should be perfectly fine in red maps for a long time. Next would be then to get a double inspired learning to just, you know, start farming even faster. And then, you know, 6th step would be to basically to try and figure out what you want to do after that. In my case, that would be to start farming, buying apothecaries, or switching to omniscience with like attribute rolls on gear and stuff if I still feel like that part is lacking. So why do I want to run Legion? Mainly because it has an insane number of just raw drops, you know, fractured items, currency items. Basically anything can drop in Legions, you know, cool unique, stuff like that. And I feel like this part is, you know, it's absolutely insane, especially with the Atlas Tree node that has, oops, let's do this. This Atlas Tree node here, no. Yeah, I think it's this one, with the additional random reward in chests, and then 50%, 10% chance to gain 2 additional rewards. So these nodes here are what make Legion absolutely nutty. And then of course you have stuff like this that you can take that make it easier to do Legion as well. So all of that is pretty cool. Next is that you just need, you know, polished Legion Scarab. In my case, I also run rusted sulfide scarabs because you can grab, where is it? Stuff like this, which can give you azurite equal to sulfide. And then you have these here, which give you max res and, you know, damage, movement speed, stuff like that, which is also really good for just adding 1 random scarab. I'll also be running, you know, Exarch first, just because I feel like Exarch currency drops are gonna be better than hunting that divine shrine early in the league. That's what I did last league, and it didn't really turn out all that well. Yeah, so that's that. Outside of these strong boxes, this is pretty much the tree I want to go with early to get the essences. So you would just, you know, take all the essence stuff, block everything else, take some map stuff. Whoops. And then once you have all that, you would then block everything else, and you can just run essences. Anyways, the next aspect of why I like Legion is that it's just fun. So what does fun mean? I don't know. It's just, I love Legion. You break out monsters, you kill monsters. It's fun. Next, you probably, you know, you get a lot of the div cards in Dunes. You obviously run Dunes for so the Imperial Legacy. I suspect that Imperial Legacy is going to keep its price for quite a while this league, because a lot of people are playing bows, or at least that's what I'm hoping. Even if those cards are only like 1C at the end and you can just sell the finished bows for like 30C, that's still a pretty significant profit just for running the maps. So that's cool. You could also just do something like Cemetery and hope that the new div card is also in Cemetery, where you get 5 divines. We don't know if it actually is, I think. But you could just also do that, and then hope that people are still playing the Maw of Mischief, you know, farm that div card. But my plan is to do it in Dunes, because you get the get all those bows and some alterations. Legion is also very nice if you want to add something like Beast without much further investment. You can just, you know, take all the Beast nodes over here, because I'm pathing over here anyways because of the these Exarch nodes. So you can just start picking something like the Beasts have increased chance to be from the deep, or, you know, additional packs, or where was there was like one other. It's actually important. Wasn't there something like rarer beasts or something? No, not. Well, whatever it be, but whatever. But you get the idea. So you can just add stuff pretty easily, which is nice. Alright, next one is that you don't need compasses. Obviously you can get the additional Legion compass. You know, if it's still cheap, I will do that. If it's not, it's fine, because, you know, I'm just running polished scarabs. It's gonna be fine. Those are like 5-6 chaos. Those are worth it. It's fine. All right, next, as I explained earlier, essences are absolutely nutty. You can just do tier 1 to tier 3 maps, and you get the exact same essences you would as if you were to run tier 16s. So you can just run low maps, do essences, and you need like 50 atlas completion. So basically, you just need to complete all the white maps, and you can start running essences to your heart's content until you. I mean, hell, I even know some people that have, you know, farmed an entire mage blood just in tier 1s in like 4 or 5 days just by running only essences. Obviously, they were playing like a fucking madman, but, you know, still. And even so, that's day 1. So day 1, you can sell shrieking essences pretty easily, but it's kind of hard to sell essences in bulk on day 1. But once, you know, day 2, day 3, day 4 start rolling around, you really start to be able to get those higher bulk prices. You start selling in bulk to all those people that are starting to craft. And, you know, if you just run tier 1 to tier 3s and spam essence, the Curic Essence mod, you can make several divines an hour just from essences. So 2-3 divines easily per hour, usually just from running essences. And it's very, very hard to oversaturate the essence market too, because people are just going to craft more if essences are cheaper. And, you know, if push comes to shove, then you can start crafting yourself. I'm already planning to, you know, throw some stuff at bows and sell those bows off. Maybe even claws, if claws prove popular. But, you know, those things are pretty easy to do this league. And Essence just allows you to play a build that might be perfect for white maps. You know, just runs really fast, but doesn't have the damage for reds. Just stay more in tier 1s and tier 3s. And it's going to be fine. Now, the drawbacks of this strategy that I have outlined for myself is that you need a carry for the watch sounds, number 3 and 4. My voice is dying. So you probably can't do Maven. I think it's like Maven and Uber or something. You can't do that on, you know, Lightning Arrow or day 2 or something, and you really want those watchstones before you start farming Legion. So you will have to buy a carry for that. That's like a divine or 2 gone. And then if you don't know what you're doing, you can be stuck forever in the tier 1 essence hell. That's a bit annoying, where you just, you know, keep farming tier 1 essences. You obviously have to find the point where you know, leave tier 1 essences and start doing higher tier maps, but you can also always go back. So that's, but yeah, tier 1 essences can be annoying to run after a while, but still, they are there if you need them, which is really nice. Last league, TFT had the Legion channel closed for the first few days of the 5-way channel closed for the first few days of the league. That meant that emblems were incredibly cheap early. And I'm saying like until like day 4 or something. And then it was, first of all, it's annoying to sell the emblems in bulk if you just list them on the trade side. Although it's usually fine, you will still sell them. But you usually get a higher price on TFT than if you were to sell them on the trade side. And if you don't want to do TFT, or if TFT again limits how many you can, limits the channel, so people can't advertise 5 ways, you're not going to be able to sell the emblems early. But it's fine, you can just sell them on day 4 or something, or day 5, and just make a big big amount of money at that point. And then the last point is, you know, with bow builds mean you can invest an insane or almost unlimited amount of money. When do you stop getting gear, and when do you start investing into stuff like apothecaries, doctors? You know, acquiring currency that will sustain you for the rest of the league. I have a plan for that. You know, I'm just going to stop shy of Omni, but it might be different for you. You might need more gear to start feeling comfortable, and you might be stuck in a loop of constantly upgrading your build. So in my opinion, you have to draw a line somewhere where you can farm comfortably. And then once you can farm comfortably, you should start looking at, you know, setting yourself up for the rest of the league, until you then, it's, you know, a few days later, stuff is getting a bit cheaper, things like that. All right. I will link my I'm stealing the POB for the lightning arrow. I was on vacation until today, so I wasn't really able to I didn't come up with my own POB. I'm just gonna link a video guide or whatever, and like a forum guide that looked decent that I'm going to also just straight up follow and steal in the description. I'm also going to link a video on essences, a video on Legion from Ellie and Firegrass, which I think are, explain very well what I'm going to do with my tree here and with my farming strat early. This is pretty much the same thing that I'm going to do, so I'm not going to bother going into too much detail. So if you want those, just take a look at the description. The description. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll wish you luck on Leaguestart, and I'll see you in the future. Bye!